The story comes to us from the nationaldesk.com. So it's not just the police that we have to look out for in San Antonio, Texas. It's the school administrators also. As an assistant principal in San Antonio, Texas, has been arrested after police say she physically assaulted a 5-year-old. Sheriff Javier Salazar gave a press conference on Thursday after arresting Tara Coleman Hunter in her home.
The sheriff says investigators spoke to the boy today, and his story didn't change. When they tried to speak to Hunter, the sheriff says she didn't want to answer the door.
My direction to my investigators was, well, then tell her that if she doesn't want to come out voluntarily, we're going to have to come in after her, and none of us want that. And so my understanding is that at that point she gave herself up.
BCSO says the school is cooperating, but it's still looking into whether Hunter had any prior issues.
The incident happened on April 22nd at an Idea Amber Creek in San Antonio. Sheriff Salazar says that the 5-year-old boy was acting unruly and was sent to the assistant principal's office when the child repeatedly struck Hunter.
Now that's on Creewald Road near US 90 and Loop 1604 on San Antonio's southwest side.
The 5-year-old boy told his mother, who documented his injuries, on the day that incident occurred. Salazar said the mother was patient and was willing to work with the school, but she felt like she wasn't getting the whole story. Now, according to Sheriff Salazar, authorities do not believe Hunter has any previous record of this type of behavior. Deputies went to the assistant principal's house with a warrant for her arrest. The deputy says initially Hunter refused to talk to anyone without an attorney. Hunter's being charged with injury to a child with intent to commit bodily injury, which is a third-degree felony.
The Bexar County Sheriff's Office shared this video of 53-year-old Tara Hunter, who flashed a smile as she headed a booking in handcuffs almost a week after investigators say the assistant principal assaulted a 5-year-old student in her office.
A teacher, an administrator, a principal should be well above that. That's why they've got the training and education that they have.
Now, there was a comment from the Idea Public Schools. Idea Public Schools is committed to ensuring the safety of our students. We are aware of the allegations made about an Idea Amber Creek employee. As this is an active investigation, we cannot comment further. All further questions should be directed to the appropriate law enforcement agency, which would be the county sheriffs. Well, it's a good thing that Chief McManus, isn't involved in the investigation, because he would say, well, if the child would have just complied, he wouldn't have got hit.
The person we stopped, that we were going to take him back to be ID'd by the complainant, and he refused to get into the car. So they explained to him why they stopped him. They explained to him why they needed to take him back, and he just would refuse to cooperate. So forced him into the car. In the process of doing that, they were both kicked by him. They eventually got him back there, and it was not the right person. This could have all ended within 2 minutes after it started if he had told what his name was. Again, you're right, he was under no legal obligation at that point to identify himself. But had he done so, he would have been off and about his business in 2 minutes. It would have been done. But the officers did have an obligation to try to get him identified or not as the perpetrator of that domestic assault. An incident that did not have to occur.